Angus the Bull. I kind of like that. It's funny, Air Press. What's up, Gertha? What's up, Jake? What's up, AR? Barb, what's going on, brother? Yeah, Barb, I would tell you, man, I would put my stop loss under this. Because, like, it became the new 15-minute low, and if it's gonna go, it's likely gonna go from this SFP targeting the weak high to make a higher high to come up. If we lose this, bro, like, we're not only losing the SFP of the low, we're also losing the megaphone low. Yeah, because this is where it's bounced from these two times is also the low of the megaphone pattern. So, like, we had this little fake out breakdown, come up, reclaim, SFP the high, SFP the low, which would kind of aim for a range rotation of the high. So, if you still have your stop down here, I would move it here and just let it chill, free trade. It could, I mean, it very well could work out, right? Because we just got this SFP. Did we get... Yeah, so you get this SFP, you get a 1 minute break here. Then go up there, break bullish again. But I mean, just like look at the way these 1 minute candles look as well. There's like no volume. So let's turn on volume here. Yeah, so you get a lot of volume on the SFP, which I actually like for your trade. I actually like that. Yeah, I mean, dude, you can see people getting fucked in these SFPs, right? SFP stop out all the shorts, come to the other side of the range. SFP stop out all the longs, and like this volume is fucking pitiful. This whole fucking like no one's fucking trading right now. So either this is gonna hold and play, or the bears are gonna win and we're gonna come down. Either way, I'm not interested in the long if this fails. I can turn the music volume down. Sorry, it's supposed to be like intro music. I was just talking to Barb because I know he's in a trade, so just giving him my opinion. Reversal zones doing their job. 200 EMA over the 50 doing its job. It's just fucking range bullshit right now. Pardon my French. Is that better? Can you hear me better now? Hello? Oh, okay. Did you hear me, Barb? Bonjour. Yeah, Barb, I don't hate this. I really, I mean, I don't hate. If we come back to the weak, to the, I guess we'd say, to the strong high, I would take profit. I guess weak high, yeah. But if we come back here, I would pay yourself and then just let it run. In the future, if you get an SFP like this at the high, you can take some profit and add back on this SFP. But we're pretty much in the weeds then. But yeah, you're chilling right now. You're super chilling right now because you entered golden pocket, right? So if you put your stop there, you're zero risk, all reward, all upside. Can you share the video that teaches 1 hour, 4 hour daily market change? Yeah, let me grab that video here. There you go. Go watch that video 5 times. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I want to start off the stream by saying Merry Christmas to everyone. This is going to be the last stream before Christmas. I haven't got plans for the next 2 days, but man, what a year. What rave am I going to? I guess it's not really doxing myself. I'm going to Lights All Night. It's like a New Year's rave. Yeah. I'm gonna see Grizz for the first time. Never seen Grizz before, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Alright guys, well, it has been an amazing 2025. I mean, I'm still gonna have some more streams in this year because I'm gonna do the Sunday stream and the Monday stream next week, but I just wanted to take a second to tell you guys how grateful I am for everything that we've done this year, and it's all because of you guys. Golden, what do you know about DMT, brother? Yeah, that's so funny that you asked that. I mean, I might have a good time, you know what I'm saying? But I've certainly done a lot of Lucy and a lot of DMT. But you guys are getting me off track here. Oh yeah, I am extremely grateful for everything that has happened this year. We ran it up from 0, or I guess from 50 subscribers to 1,000. That was the goal, 1,000 by the end of the year. We smashed that the beginning of December. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, Golden, that was me at Lost Lands, bro. I don't know if YouTube's gonna be mad at me for saying this stuff, so I'm probably not gonna mention it anymore. But I ran the gauntlet at Lost Lands. It was fucking phenomenal. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say that stuff on stream. But what do we care, dude? We're a small channel. We're just having fun here. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys being here and growing the channel with me. I hope you guys are learning some cool market structure concepts and some other strategies that I throw in there every once in a while. But we need to set a goal for 2026. Is it too optimistic to say 5,000 subscribers? I think that's a good achievable goal. But oh yeah, Golden, my third eye is wide open, my friend. Have you seen my otter? Yeah, man. Yeah, I think 5,000 is an achievable goal. So much love, guys. 2026 is our year. It's gonna be a great time. But enough of that. Let's talk about what you guys are here for. Let's talk about Bitcoin here. So we were in this short yesterday. Played out nicely this morning. I talked about how we were gonna move the stop loss to 87,800. So that got hit here with this 15-minute break here. So we're now out of the short. We can get rid of that. But one thing that I talked about yesterday, let me get a clean chart here to kind of show it. Okay, so I was talking about how we were in kind of this megaphone pattern, right? So over the weekend, we made this megaphone pattern. I had it drawn like this. You could draw it like this if you wanted to. It might make a little more sense, but we were in this megaphone pattern. And what did we really do, right? We came up on the 4-hour. We SFP'd the high. We SFP'd the high here. And then we broke structure on the 5-minute after the SFP, right? We broke structure with the break of this low. We got short, I think over here because I was a little late. We got short here. Where do we go after rejecting? It's a pretty fast move. We just connect our pretty fast move down to the bottom of the megaphone pattern. We fake out losing the megaphone once. We fake it out again. We reclaim, retest golden pocket, retest again. And it doesn't show the SFP here, but there was an SFP on perps here. And now we're just consolidating in this range. As I was talking about with Barb, kind of when the timer was going at the beginning of the stream, we have like no volume right now. So more people in here, I kind of go over it again, but we have no volume, right? So we had a little bit of volume here, right? And we had a little bit of volume here. And then in between, we had like nothing, right? No one's really trading right now. Volume pretty much died. So what was the volume here? Well, this was SFPing everyone who was out, who was in this 5-minute short here, right? So you come up, you break 5-minute market structure bullish, you set a low, you sweep the high, you break the low, you put in a JPOW here. Everybody gets short. What do? They SFP the high, and that's where you get all of this original volume from here. SFP of the high. Then what do? You come down to the low. Everybody who got long off this 15-minute break of structure into the golden pocket, you get long TP1, move your stop loss here. What do? They come back and grab your stop. Barb is funny, man. You barely ever get taken out by these like liquidity sweeps that always get me, which is awesome, man. You're always using like range deviation stops and shit, which is cool. Just want to give you a little props for that. But yeah, so now we have a 15-minute SFP low. So we'll go ahead and mark out the structure here. So we SFP here, and then we SFP here. I will tell you guys this: if we lose this SFP here, if we break 15-minute market structure bearish down here, lose the trend line, I would expect a rotation down to 85,760. 85,760 is this previous demand zone. If you look left, right, if we break this, there is nothing in here. We are going to slice right through this, right? We're going to slice right through this level. We're going to come to 85,760. If we get some bullish setups at 85,760, I likely will not be at the charts unless it happens sometime during the morning session tomorrow. I likely won't be here, so you're going to have to be able to spot this yourself. But if we do come, make sure you have the alert set on this upper range of the demand, so that if we do come down into this demand and get 15-minute market structure breaks, this is worth taking, at least to like golden pocket retest resistance up here at around 88, but possibly even to come break 4-hour. But like we always say on this channel, right? If we're looking at the bias, right? So you SFP the 4-hour into resistance, double resistance is talked about on the stream yesterday. What does that target? It targets your 4-hour low. Your 4-hour low is down here at 84,480. Now, the only problem for me, like I would possibly be interested if it wasn't positioned this close to the bottom of the range and this close to the support level here, 85,750. I might be interested in, because if this breaks down now, what do we have, right? We had a 5-minute JPOW at the highs, 5-minute JPOW, liquidity grab, sweep. But also, if the 15-minute now breaks down here, we're also going to have a JPOW on the 15-minute. Now, that actually applies both to the upside and to the downside. Whichever one of these breaks will have an SFP break of structure. So, hopefully we can get a good move out of that. So, what would that RR be? Yeah, that doesn't really make sense, does it? I mean, you could get like a 2RR to the 4-hour lows, but the problem is, if you do take this, you'd want to aggressively take profit as we come into this demand. At any sign, like I would say even like a 5-minute break of structure down here, you'd want to take profit and be a sign to pay yourself. But I mean, you could take this, it's valid. It'd be a little better if you could get, I mean, that's not even that much of a retrace to get a 3-to-1. Maybe a 3-to-1 would be a little bit better. The only reason I'm a little less hesitant to take the short here than I was up there, it's kind of like revenge for getting stopped out of the short, but is because if we look at our premium and discount of the 4-hour, we're currently in discount on the 4-hour. So just something to keep in mind. So with the 1-hour, so we SFP'd the 1-hour up here, and then when we came back down here, we bounced off of the golden pocket on the 1-hour, right? That's what that bounce was earlier today. So that's why I say if we can hold this 15-minute, then it looks nice. Maybe we can get Maybe we can get a bullish J-Pow here. Right, come down, sweep the low, break the high. That would be pretty sick. Since we didn't get long on this golden pocket, what would that look like? Yeah, so either way it breaks, you're kind of looking at a 2-to-1. You have to wait for a pullback to get any higher. But what do we know, right? We're favoring shorts. Why are we favoring shorts? Because we have boo-boo up here. Guilty until proven innocent. We've got a 4-hour bear trend right now that we're dealing with. What does Market Cipher look like? Let's take a look. Man, this ugly, man. These momentum deserts gave a nice short there. Still pretty bearish on the trend ribbon here. I mean, you really just need to see this momentum break. If this, right now we're kind of getting squeezed. God, this chart is so messy. I apologize, guys. We're just getting squeezed by this daily momentum. If we take a look here. Right. So we come up, we reject from the daily momentum. We're continuing down. If we zoom in, we're just getting squeezed by this. We really need to see this breakout. And this will look a little different depending on what chart you're looking at. We've also, I mean, we do have some bullish divergence here at the lows, but again, in a downtrend, a bullish divergence is just signal to take profit on your shorts. Just like how in an uptrend, a bearish divergence, or where do we get a first pair div? Just like in an uptrend, bearish divergence is just signs to take profit on your longs, right? If you're oscillator trading. But we did tap these reversal zones, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, it would be cool if this low held, but also it would be really cool to come back to 80K. Coming back to 80K would be so nice. Why would it be nice? Coming back to 80K would be nice because it really clears up your structure, right? So you have your daily here. We can get rid of this magnet now. If this breaks the low, then your daily high moves here, and then it becomes a lot easier to break your daily structure. So I wouldn't mind coming down. Also, if we just look, man, okay. If we just look at like basic, take a basic 4-hour trend line here. All we've really done is breakdown, retest, continuation. So we do have a weak low below us at 84,486. That is the target of the SFP. We'll have to go from there. What do our spider lines look like? So we were getting kind of smacked down by the spider line here. Fake out above, breakdown, retest. That has us coming to like, yeah, the 4-hour low down here, like 84.8, 84.8-ish. We have a double spider line there. It's been support once. I guess you could call it like a quad spider line, but like was support back here, support here. We'll have to see. I mean, if we came all the way down to the previous spider line, this wave of support, it's like that 4-hour week low as well. Man, look at how that spider line called the bottom. That's pretty fucking sick. It's pretty fucking sick. Nice. All right, how can we clean this up a little bit? I feel like I can't see what's going on. All right, yeah, so levels below us. I like a 15-minute structure breakdown here out of demand. Yeah, maybe even a 5-minute. We'll see. I like a SFP of this, then break 15-minute market structure out of that SFP. Sorry, like a SFP, break of structure at the lows. I like these two areas coming down. We could get an SFP of this low, but it's not really the structural low after this 15-minute break here, so I don't necessarily like that as much. I'd much prefer to come down to one of these two levels. Is that music loud for you guys? It's fucking loud. Yeah, to the upside, we kind of already SFP'd this high, so that was kind of the entry there. If we're able to push back up, we can look to like the... So, 1 hour and broke. It's all internal. 15-minute. Yeah, I still like the supply like 89,000 if we come back up. Would that be in line with... Wait. Oh, I'm on log. Yeah, if we come back up tomorrow or Thursday and we find ourselves in this supply, retesting this downtrend and resistance, I do like that. But I really think we're just going to come down now. The line in the sand for me right now is a 15-minute close below 87. If we get a 15-minute close below 87, quick move to 85.7. No music. What's up, Jesse? How's it going, man? What's up, Mark Dutch? How you doing, brother? What's up, 32 plus? Merry Christmas, man. All right, guys, we're coming to the end of the year here. Is there any questions you guys want to ask? Anything you guys are struggling with? We can dedicate some time here. I've pretty much gone over everything on Bitcoin that I need to talk about, so. Angus for the bull. Maybe we can run another poll here. Let's do it. Most of the usual suspects are here, so. Let's see. Name of the bull. Angus or Beefy? Everyone's voting Beefy because they want a beefy uptrend the next time the bull comes back. Beefy and Boo Boo does roll off the tongue a little bit better than Angus and Boo Boo. I will say that. Yeah. Beefy and Boo Boo. It's easier to say. Today's Wordle is shit because the price action looks like shit. I need y'all to ask some questions in the chat. We're just going to be a shorter stream. It's not really that much to look at. Maybe I'll look at ETH and Sol. Oh, so we were talking about how ETH was holding this line. It then rejected it. We were talking about yesterday how... What was this yesterday? Oh, that was Monday. Yeah. So ETH loses the trend line, rejects it back down, bearishly retested again. So ETH trying to hold on to, yeah, I mean, this looks just like Bitcoin. There's no point. Do I see a relief rally? Okay, cool. I can answer that question. All right, bro. So relief rally. What has to happen to have a relief rally? The 4 hour needs to break bullish, which at this point needs to be a 4-hour close above 90,500. If we can close a 4-hour candle above 90,400 or 500 or whatever, I think we're coming to 97. That would be a reclaim of this, pump up to 97. And then the question at that point is going to be, is this a dead cat bounce or is this a relief rally? And I think that question will be answered by whether or not we get a 4-hour market structure break back bearish at the at 98,000. But there's really no point in, like, hope is not a strategy, right? So there's no point in betting on a relief rally before we break 4-hour structure, especially with it being so close. Like, if this is going to be a rally back to all-time highs and we're going to break the daily structure at 107,000 and go to new all-time highs, do you really care if you got long here or you got long at 90,000? Probably not, right? So, and I'll keep you guys updated on this unless it happens while I'm away. But we always give bias here. You can always see it at the top of the chart. We'll either have a giant bull here, right? Or we'll have a bear, and what decides that is what the 4-hour structure is. And right here, we had this bull for a little while. He was chilling, but the bear, smacked him down. Now we have Beefy. Beefy kicked the shit out of bullshit, and now we're under a bearish bias. So, I would love to put my bear claws away and be bullish again, but Bitcoin's got to prove it. And to prove it, the nice thing about coming to 90,400 now is that it would involve breaking this daily downtrend, right? So if you know absolutely nothing about structure, and you want to ask yourself, are we going to have a relief rally? You take your Ray tool, put it on all-time high, put it on the previous daily high, and just wait for this to break, because until this breaks, we're just putting in lower highs, and we have a weak low below us that we're coming for. So if you don't know how to read structure, just put this trend line on. If you see us durably break out of this trend line, then yeah, we can probably have a relief rally. If we don't, then we're just coming for the lows. This is the pace of the sellers, right? So if we look at this daily downtrend, this is the pace of the sellers on the daily. Every time we come close to it, what happens? The bears attack. Bang, 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 right? So, yeah, I would just be watching that. If you want structure, until we break this low, well, even after that, because we SFP'd it, but you're looking to have your structure break here. If you come above 90,500, then we can look at a relief rally. Otherwise, you should expect rallies to fail, and Bitcoin's probably going to trade down. Does that make sense, Manuel? You're new here, so I want to make sure that I answer your question. So we don't really make predictions here, Manuel. We just decipher the market structure that's in front of us, which is why we were bearish back here like 121 after this 4-hour break, and the 4-hour hasn't really broken back bullish since then, except for this small period right here where it immediately broke bearish again. So yeah, this was the only place in this entire move down that we've had where we were slightly bullish, and it was just because there was actual hopium here. But everybody who's here can tell you that the size of that bull was pretty small. It was like a tiny bull. It fits in the box. This bull is now in this cage. He's about to become ground beef. Cool, man. What would bring out max pain? I don't know, man. I think you can look at that on options, but I'm not sure. I'll tell you, people are still pretty bullish. They still think that this is like a shakeout and not the start of a bear market. But I mean, we're down 40. Once you start getting down like 50%, it's pretty clearly a bear market. But to me, this has really been bearish since we had, man. Oh, Joey, this is all stuff marked up from whenever me and you did our one-on-one. You remember all this? I was showing you all this stuff. That's pretty funny. But for me, we've really been bearish since we had distribution on the daily. Distribution at the highs, you have your range. You have your manipulation above the range. You have your distribution schematic, and then you have your drop. So, pretty standard stuff. Also, like, we were showing, so Total actually had the weekly market structure break first. So we had this weekly market structure break here on Total. We were also showing the loss of the 80 line. Yeah, right here. Loss of the 80 line on Market Cipher on Total. And every time that's happened in the past, it's led to a big move down. It led to a big move down this time. You get your weekly sell signals up here. Yeah. We've got a reversal zone down here, like 2.42 trillion. This is where the 200 EMA is on the weekly as well, which is pretty cool. If you wanted to take an overnight Bitcoin swing trade, you mean like an intraday trade for Asia or like an actual swing trade for the week? I mean, dude, like, so you have to understand we have SFP the high and SFP the low. The SFP of the low would have a technical target of the high. So, and we're at the bottom of the 15-minute range. Not saying to take this trade, but in risk management perspective, this is a 3-to-1 trade. This makes more sense. But, I mean, we have no volume right now. This is holiday shenanigans, but that's what I would say. Because if we do lose 87,000, I think we're likely coming down to 85,760. Yeah. I mean, you could argue that, like, we broke out of this downtrend, retested internal 5-minute structure flip bullish. Yeah. But I keep in mind, if you're longing off the 15-minute, you're fighting the 4-hour and the 1-hour, so you'd want to aggressively take profit at the high. Could you show me where to find that trend line? Yeah, for sure. Are you talking about the daily one? Yeah, so if we pull up a chart here, if you go to the daily time frame, and then you just want to grab your ray tool, right, which is right here. It says ray. And then you want to hold control on your keyboard. You want to click the highest candle, and then you want to click the highest candle on here. And that's how you get your perfectly straight trend line that we rejected from earlier in the week, and we rejected from up here. And this is kind of your daily momentum downtrend. This is what helped us take the short up here. And you're just waiting for that to break. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, AR, the thing is, man, like, in a downtrend, like I was saying, bull divs are just signals to take profit on your shorts. Alright, awesome, guys. Well, we've been live about 40 minutes. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. It's the holidays. Make sure you tell somebody you love them. Thank you guys for supporting me this year. What are the relevant ETH levels now? I mean, ETH looks like shit, but I like 2840 if we come down. If we come down to like 2840. Yeah, ETH broke 4-hour bearish, retraced back to the trend line rejection. I like 2840. Merry Christmas, guys. Have an amazing holiday. You guys are awesome. Make sure you ring the bell, subscribe, join the free Discord in the description. It doesn't cost you anything. As always, my name is Wave Cipher. Much love. Trade safe. Wave Cipher out. I'll see you guys on Sunday.